So, how can you use the Yoast SEO plugin? One of the tools that we have installed is something that's called the Yoast SEO. So that means that every single post that you write, there is a helping guide for you that suggests to you how you could improve your site. It isn't always useful, it isn't always perfect, but it does give you a traffic light system, a red, green or amber, as an indicator of whether the work that you're doing is positive or not. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the Edit button, and you can see that you have got your title, your URL, which is displayed here. So to edit it, you just click on Edit, and you have obviously the content of your blog post. So in this case, you've got a very basic setup of a page. So the important point here is for you to define what the focus keyword is. We'll explore what the focus keyword is later on, but ultimately a focus keyword should be a 2 or 3 word phrase that you are targeting with your content that fits in with your buyer persona or the reader. So if we set our keyword as passion for digital, so it straight away provides you with an analysis of the keyword on your page. It is not always perfect, but it gives you an indication of whether your article heading has got it in, whether your page title, the page URL, content, or the meta description. So in this case, it says the page title doesn't have our passion for digital tag. So here we go. And straight away, it doesn't pick it up. So ultimately, what we need to do is click the update button on the right hand side. And you can see there is also a reminder of the SEO check. And you can see that our SEO check has been passed with the green light. Obviously, as you can see, the blog post is pretty much nonsensical, but ultimately what we're trying to prove here, that even something that doesn't make sense to a human being can pass the SEO check. So do think as a human being whether the content that you've written is actually useful or not. But there you go, the passion for digital is the keyword that is there and mentioned, and we can see that the very basic analysis is pretty happy with it. The one thing that is still not appearing here is the page title, and this is because we have the hash passion for digital in front of it. So obviously by prefixing with a hashtag, you are making your content not available or not accurate for this tool. If you wanted to have a further analysis of your page, you can see the other ways that you can optimize it, and here are some basic suggestions of what you should be able to do. There are a number of things that are very useful. However, there is one that is saying that the keyword density should be of a particular number. And that is, the keyword density is 0.6, which is a bit low, which was found 4 times. Out of all of these analysis tools, the keyword density is one that you have to obviously take with a pinch of salt. But ultimately, it is very useful in terms of guiding of what you are trying to work on. That's it. So ultimately, when you're writing your content, think of your focal keyword, in this case, passion for digital, and then follow the advice on the basic elements of the optimization, and make sure that these are ideally green. If there's 1 or 2 that aren't green, it's not the end of the world, but ultimately you want to optimize the content. You also see a preview of what your website would look like by changing this SEO title. You can see that this content is also appearing straight away in the way that your user would see it when they were to find your website on the search engine. So, give it a go. Click Update, and then view your page. And you can see the title, the headings, and all the information that you currently have here. Edit Post. And you can further work on your post.